Hello, I'm Stephen Miksits, veteran and former student government president of Daytona State College. Veterans Day has roots all the way back to World War I. It was the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1919, inside the Palace of Versailles, when the war to end all wars was ended. An armistice was signed between the Allied powers and the last remaining Axis power, Germany. President Wilson soon proclaimed November 11th would henceforth be known as Armistice Day, in recognition of World War I veterans, with the following words: "To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who died in the country's service, and with gratitude for the victory, both because of the thing from which it has freed us, and because of the opportunity it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice in the councils of the nations." After weathering another world war, the Korean War, and nearing the eve of the Vietnam War, Raymond Weeks, a World War II veteran, urged recognition for all American veterans on November 11th. With Congress and President Eisenhower in agreement, the bill changing Armistice Day to Veterans Day was signed into law in 1954. As veterans, we share a special bond the majority of the population will never know the full extent of. We stood in front of God and country, raised our right hands, and swore an oath to support and defend the very principles America is founded on. We were broken down in boot camp, or basic training, and reassembled as soldiers, Marines, airmen, sailors, and Coast Guardsmen. We ate, drank, slept, and trained together. We celebrated together. We suffered together. We bled together. We formed a lifelong bond forged in the blood, sweat, and tears of sacrifice. When our time in service was over, we were given a label representing accomplishment and symbolizing our nation's gratitude for our sacrifice. It is a label that does not come easily: veteran. Our great nation stands today, having persevered through wars, conflict, and the tests of time. Today, our country faces invisible enemies on several fronts. We are divided by ideology. We are waging war against a pandemic. Our politics are in every headline, painted across every social media platform, and highlighted in every news broadcast. As a veteran, it can be especially painful to watch as our nation wars against itself, tearing our communities apart from the inside out, while we are largely isolated from one another. Add in the remnants of past experiences expressing themselves as the demons which influence our thoughts, our actions, our everyday lives. Couple all of that with the struggles brought on by finances, relationships, family, friends, and life in general, and you have a recipe for disaster. From Dr. Labasso's office and the Board of Trustees to the faculty, staff, and students of Daytona State College, from the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the Department of Defense to the individuals manning the local Veteran Affairs offices and veteran organizations. There are numerous people you can turn to if you need a battle buddy as a force multiplier in your fight against demons. Over the last 7 months, my social media, texts, and phone calls have been besieged by notification of another brother or sister losing their fight with their demons. No matter how many notifications are received, not a single one will ever be any easier to swallow. The pandemic, our volatile state of our society, and the battles of our personal lives have become a burdensome weight upon our brothers and sisters like never before. We as veterans, bonded while in uniform, and we must continue those bonds out of uniform as well. Let this Veterans Day be a reminder of the pride and sense of belonging we all share, but let it also be a reminder to check on your brothers and sisters. A simple phone call, text message, or instant message can go a long way. Don't just look at the pictures from that deployment, exercise, or detail. That sucked, but you got through. Don't just reminisce about the good times in uniform. Remember, our bonds know no bounds, and reach out to your brothers and sisters. If not for veterans, our freedom would be non-existent. So join me in saying thank you to all veterans for you and your family's sacrifices. Thank you to all the veteran families whose veteran is no longer with us in body, but still in spirit. Thank you for this opportunity to share some thoughts. I'd like to leave you with a couple of quotes. First, from the veteran's perspective, from American poet and veteran Richard Watson Gilder. Better than honor and glory, in history's iron pen, was the thought of duty done and the love of his fellow men. And from the perspective of former President of the United States, Barack Obama. It's about how we treat our veterans every single day of the year. It's about making sure they have the care they need and the benefits that they've earned when they come home. It's about serving all of you as well as you have served the United States of America. Thank you.